how fast she like shot up to this worldwide domination. It's just
Could you imagine?
insane.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen and genders? We are pop R&B group rIVerse. My name is Diz.
I'm Khadija.
My name is Zach.
And I'm Monroe.
Welcome to rIVerse Reacts Now, where we sit on the couch on a different set and react to different videos separate from rIVerse Reacts. If y'all want to check out rIVerse Reacts, just click on the one with the different thumbnails and then sit here with us and watch rIVerse Reacts Now, where we react to videos in the now. Today is a special episode because this is rIVerse Reacts Rewind on rIVerse Reacts Now. And as you already saw in the description and in the thumbnail, we are going to be reacting to Miss Britney Spears, the queen of pop, y'all, and her debut single, Baby One More Time. The reason why we are doing this today, right now, is our way of celebrating Britney and her release from her 13 plus
long
year.
ass time.
Almost 14 years.
Almost 14 year conservatorship, yep. Conservatorship, where she has now been emancipated from. Bravo to Britney Spears' lawyers, to Britney Spears herself. We are so excited for her that she is now going to be able to be a whole person again and live her life on her terms, which she deserved to be living from the very beginning. Even through Britney's tumultuous period that she had, I personally don't feel that she needed to be put in a situation where all of her rights as a human being were taken away. Maybe some counseling, some therapy, some support, some love from her family, and not people just taking her money and like, what is the word? There's a word I'm looking for.
Their...
Just draining her of her resources, masked in protection and love and all those things. Exploiting. Thank you, that's the word I was looking for. Exploiting her at her most vulnerable period. I know personally, I watched the Controlling Britney, I watched the Britney versus Spears, I watched the Framing Britney, and I personally believe a lot of what was being said in that because a lot of it was backed up with receipts and with facts. And it was very unfortunate to know that this woman who was blessing the world, serving the world since she was a child, you know, and really giving her entire family and team jobs and like literally help. She literally was helping so many people survive that most of these people would kind of take advantage of her in this way. It was very, very troublesome to witness, to learn about, to all of those things. And so again, once we found out that Britney Spears was released from this conservatorship, I don't even know the woman, but I was celebrating like you would not believe. How about you guys? How did you guys feel? How do you feel about this entire situation?
There is so much to say on this situation, and in watching those documentaries, all that it brought to my conscious was the fact that like as those things were developing, and I mean like her tumultuous period, like where everything was kind of like just there was so much focus and like a laser vision. I hadn't realized at the time how much I was participating as like a consumer of that media. Yeah. And so even though I thought I'm like, you know, just innocent Zach, like here, like in the shopping of the grocery store, like picking up the US Weekly and reading, it's like I'm feeding into that. And so like my key takeaway in this is like never believe the narrative that is just always that you're told.
Spoon-fed,
Everyone is a human. And it's also like y'all, like we just need to, the things that are beautiful and like in life like this that are just sapped, like all of this like energy just saps all of the beauty in it and results in someone basically being a prisoner in like their own body on this world and with no rights or freedoms, and that's just like not cool. So I guess my point being is turning this on the things I can control, which is like my actions in the world. It just caused me to like do a little bit of a think on like, where do I unknowingly participate in these like machines of narratives,
breaking people down?
Exactly. This is why when I hear something on the news come up, I'm always like, you know what, that's interesting. I'm not gonna like take that invest in that as a truth and gospel right at the outset. I'm gonna do my research if I can. Or I'm also gonna like understand that there may be a narrative that's being portrayed by the voice of that thing.
Yeah.
And that there is equally, just as with those documentaries, there's another narrative somewhere else that is probably saying something different. And it's like, I'm sure there's elements of, not necessarily truth, but like it's just this universe of complex things that we will never know because we are not Britney and it's not ours to know. So it's almost like we shouldn't even, like, I mean, it's great that she is free today, but like it's our focus on this that has caused the problem in the first place. You know, that's my point.
Yeah.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
I think exactly that. I think more than anything, this whole situation, the Free Britney movement, I think has opened a lot of people's eyes, and there's just so many learning opportunities. Like, how do we look at celebrity culture and what does that mean, especially for young women, and what is that like? Like, what the reality of seeing some of those interviews and being like, why are you asking a 16-year-old girl that question? Like, you know what I mean? Like, all these kind of different things that we can now look at it from a different perspective and be like, okay, wait a minute, like, I should be questioning this.
Just to kind of give context to what you just said, if you haven't seen the documentaries, no, there's several clips of interviews that Britney has done when she was like 16, 17 years old, where male interviewers, for the most part, are asking her about her breasts, or about sex, or about her body.
Yeah.
Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. And it's always questions about, like, your boyfriend, or like the fact that the world at large was discussing whether or not Britney Spears was a virgin. Like why is that appropriate? Yeah. This was the reality of, and it still is to a certain degree. Like, we talk about celebrities and we write articles and all these different things that, like, we need to really think about why we are doing that and remember that there are human beings behind the tabloids. And then also, for me, I think the biggest thing is, like, understanding how systems work and how systems are in place that, like, somebody as publicly known and as, like, as powerful and as much of a celebrity as Britney Spears can be in a situation like this for 13 years and feel powerless and feel like she has no control over her life. There are countless other people who are in similar systems, and they don't have a worldwide fan base to be hashtagging Free Britney to help them get out of it. So, like, let's look at these systems and why do they work like this? And why is it so easy to legally place somebody in a space where they don't have control of their own lives? Maybe we need to fix something. So, like, I just feel like Britney Spears was sent here to change the world. Like, she was a superstar from the time she was a child. And it's not just because people needed great music and great performance. It's because she had a bigger purpose. And I think we're seeing that unfolding now.
Yeah, I've never thought of it that
I
way.
have been so, like, just Britney Spears, I'm just so happy for her. I'm so invested in this whole story.
Yes.
I love Britney. You guys, as many of you know, how much I love Britney Spears. She, for me, is the reason why I became a singer. She's the reason why I am a fucking pop star, bitch.
Come on.
Yeah, so when everything started happening to her, it was just a lot to watch, you know, especially as someone who is a diehard fan of Britney Spears. It, like, emotionally was, like, fucking with me. And I can only imagine what Britney herself was going through. And it's just, there's so much that I want to say, and we haven't even watched the videos yet. All I know is that I'm incredibly emotional. I'm incredibly thankful and grateful that Britney is able to just be who she is without people scrutinizing her in terms of, like, now she can, like, take the keys and drive in the golf cart around her own property. Gosh. She's allowed to do that now. Whereas so before she wasn't allowed to do shit. You know, like, now she can go to the ATM.
Take out her own money.
Her own fucking money, bitch, that she worked hard for. And anyways, I can ramble on. We've clearly been rambling on. So let's just watch the videos first. And then we can continue the conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen of genders, this is Britney Spears with Baby One More Time, her debut single. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, Felicia. I know everything.
Every time this song plays at a party, Daisy does the full choreography.
How old was she in this video again?
16.
Ridiculous, eh? She's ready.
Such a star.
My loneliness is killing me. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Look at her eyes.
Fire.
Yeah.
Wait for me. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know now. What we got? Hit me, baby.
Hey, come on. Hey. Ah.
Cat.
Do you love me, Brad?
Goes.
Hey, you will be here and give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time. Hit me, baby, I must confess in my loneliness that you will be here and give me
Look at her.
a sign.
Miss Kababo!
Baby, one more time.
Yes.
I love her so much.
It's killing me.
And I must confess,
I still believe,
I lose my mind.
Give me a
Sign. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Come on.
Yes.
So you know what? Britney Spears. This was her first entrance into the music industry, into the pop landscape. What a fucking debut.
Right?
Like, this was your I'm 16, that's my first video and my first song. Bitch, please. Listen, that song, first of all, I've watched so many not documentaries, but like the videos featuring Max Martin and him talking specifically about this song.
Yeah.
This song is a masterpiece.
Yes.
I've studied the instrumental, I've studied the lyrics, I've studied the vocal arrangement, the harmony. He is a mastermind. Like the way that he can create these epic, like the chorus is charging at you.
Yeah.
Like it just the hit me one, like that whole, it's charging the whole time. So it just gives you this like euphoric feeling when you hear this particular song, which is why in 2021 we're still listening to Baby One More Time and still living our lives, because it's just this like it's endorphins like flying in your face. And it is the brilliance of Max Martin, it's the creativity and the talent and the skill and the charisma of Britney Spears. And what I love about this too is that originally, I know many of her fans know this, but they wanted to do an animated video for her. And she was like, excuse me,
Sir,
can we not? And said,
I'm gonna
I want to
dance
be
and I'm
in the
gonna
schoolgirl and I want to wear a crop top and I want to whatever. And look at what her brilliance, she knew who she was. She knew what her brand was. And that speaks to, I think a lot of times, there's some artists out there who might not necessarily know how to identify their own brand, which is why sometimes labels are beneficial to those artists. But the majority of artists already know who they are, and if labels would allow those people to present who they are, there would be more of a success rate for a lot of artists who end up being shelved. Because the label will say, I think she's this, or he's that, or that group is this, and you put this image or this identity on them that's not them, so it doesn't resonate successfully with the audience.
And then
Right?
they blame, and then they blame,
And then they shelve them, and then it's like, but thank goodness for her, she was able to say, y'all, this is who I am, and here she is, a successful queen. I fucking live. I can go on and on, but we've already been talking 45 minutes about Britney Spears, so I love it. Thank you.
Debut to the world, like in this music video space, but what always just kind of lights this like fire in me is that she's been like working at this her entire life.
Yeah.
Like, you know, from even just like but even before like the breakout with like the Mickey Mouse Club and stuff like that, like she was fighting, and so many talented people out there are fighting, and you know, like really like trying to like make a place for themselves and just have a long-standing career in the arts. And you know, unfortunately not everyone makes it. This is a beautiful success story of and it's like when you talk about the cartoon option for the video, I almost think about like, you know, those like alternate universes where it's like, what if, but this would be like, what if, like, Britney never came out with this video and it was a cartoon, and, like, I think the world would be a darker place.
No, I think it would still be successful because of, wow, I'm talking so fast in this video because I'm so excited about Britney. Let me slow down. I think it would still be successful because of the song.
True.
The song on its own, the song, she would still have success because of the song. And I think back then, at this time, radio was so huge. So it would have still broken through.
True.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's it.
But the music video really was, and it's funny watching this. I was thinking about like how impactful it is that Normani in 2020 whatever was like, I need to pull references from Baby One More Time because it was so impactful to me as a young girl, and I'm like that speaks to what Baby One More Time was, right? Like you can put out a video and then like 20 years later, nobody's thinking about it. Or they're like, I love that video so much that I'm going to do a backflip on a basketball court because Britney did it. You know what I mean? Like, I love it. I love it.
I mean Britney. Okay.
Sorry.
I just love Britney, and like every time I hear this particular song or like this album, I should say, oh my gosh. And I've told this story a million times, but Britney Spears was the first album I ever got as a kid. Like this particular album, Baby One More Time. I still have the original album, like at home.
Me too.
And like I remember like opening it. I remember looking through the pamphlet, even the DVD. The CD itself. You could put it into the computer. I'm spinning, and you could see behind the scenes stuff from the music video.
The CD-ROM. Remember the CD-ROM?
Yeah, and I used to watch it all the time, like all the time, and it's crazy to look at her in this music video and be like, she was 16 years old, you know what I mean? And at that time, watching it, I was like, wow, she's like so old, but like, she wasn't old, you know what I mean? And like, not old, like old, but like she's older, you know what I mean? But like now that I'm like older, I'm like, oh my God, she was so young.
Baby.
She was only 16 years old, and like just the massive career that she has, and just seeing how fast she like shot up to this worldwide domination. It's just
Could you imagine that? Like, could you imagine that? Like, at 16, I mean, even forget the age. Just any artist, like, propelling to that level of superstardom.
But
like,
she was so ready. That's the thing. She was such a star on and off camera, like, on stage, off stage. Like, I watch interviews of her and I'm like, you are so charismatic. And you just had the perfect, like, you were approachable, you were cute, you were funny, like you gave everything. I understand why little girls would be like screaming and like crying because you want to be beside her, you know what I mean? From 16 and being on like huge stages and flying here and there and being like, at 16 I certainly was not that person.
She was doing mall tours of this particular song.
Like a year before.
Like, so, and like just like with two dancers and Britney and this like little rickety-dink stage inside all of the malls, and like sometimes people would walk by and be like, who is that? That's cute. But then as she started to gain like this momentum of like, wow, like she's amazing. Who is that girl? Like I've seen her before. I heard her before at this other mall that I was at. And like, now it's like, oh my God, Britney Spears. Like, Britney Spears is a household name. Like, iconic Britney Spears. Like, hearing people say Britney Spears gives me like goosebumps.
Yeah.
Like, I love her.
I used to, the album cover, I used to try to bend up my knees and sit like her. And I was like, how does she do that? Like, her knees are like literally twist up. Yeah. Anyway,
girl.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, do it anyway. But
Playlist or not.
It's not for me. I'm kidding.
It's been on my playlist for 20 however many years.
Period.
Yes.
A whole queen.
Debating.
Queen.
No.
Anyway, y'all, we love fucking Britney Spears. I'm so sorry that I was talking like Speed Racer. I just could not control and contain. I hope you understood every word that I was saying. Y'all were talking very calm and clear, and I was like, wow, I was really talking fast. Anyway, if you want more I wasn't?
No.
I felt like I was. My heart, when I was done, I was like, wow, I need to chill.
Maybe because I was on that same level.
Do you understand what I was saying?
I did.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I can understand.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Thanks, guys, for watching this debacle known as Reverse Reacts, now featuring Diz as the fast-talking buffoon. We love Britney Spears. Congratulations, Britney Spears, on your release from your conservatorship. We love you so much. All of you audience, YouTube watchers out there, we thank you for joining us on Reverse Reacts Now. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe down below if you are enjoying this show. We also have the premiere series called rIVerse Reacts. Check our playlist to find the episodes of rIVerse Reacts. Always remember, ladies and gentlemen, and genders, that you are beautiful, worthy, valued, and loved. Join us in the next one.
That was really good. That was really good.
Thank you.
That was painful.
Thank you so much.
ADD. I was like, faster!
Thank you.
I'm taking that Valora peach for the preach.